Okay, now this is the second bit of the lesson. I just want to break it down into little videos because I think it's more effective. So why do we use break even? This is basically the classic question that will definitely come up in your exam at some point. This is basically another way of asking why do businesses use break even? It's a kind of like why is break even important? Why it's beneficial? So if they ask you why do we use break even? Why do businesses need break even? That's kind of the same answer for all those questions. And why is break even beneficial to businesses and so on? And I've literally written down these three answers, which you will have to learn off by heart because that way there you'll get full marks. And yeah, just please make sure that you learn this and you write it down in your books and stuff because this is so important. So the figures in the forecast will help the business to plan how much to sell in order to make a profit. Okay, so of course this allows a business, basically the break-even thing, it allows a business to understand how many goods they will need to produce in order for them to make a profit. Okay, so it gives you an understanding of, okay, this is how many goods you need to make for the profit. Okay. Secondly, it allows a business to make decisions on price and on costs. Of course, if I see that my break even is going to take ages. Okay. So for instance, if I need to produce so many goods before getting to the break even point, then I might have to think, right, I'm producing too many goods for this. This is not efficient. I might have to increase the price of my goods, or I might have to decrease the costs. Let's see where I can cut down and so on. So it allows better decision making, okay, for businesses. Definitely remember this one is probably the second point is probably the most conventional but also important point. Thirdly, if a person needs a bank loan, the bank manager often asks to see break even as part of the business plan. So break even is basically, I don't know if you know this already, I think I've taught you this before, but if a bank, so if you are someone who wants to ask for a loan, okay, the bank needs to make sure that you will pay it back. And by seeing if your plan is good or bad, they might be able to tell, right, this person here knows what they're doing, okay, because their break even makes sense to me. Okay, I'm going to give them the loan. But if they think that, wait a minute, this is such a bad break-even plan, whatever, they might think, okay, we're not going to do this. So these are the three main reasons as to why break-even is useful / important / beneficial, why businesses use it, and so on. Okay, that's kind of the question that you will need to answer this way here. Okay, now I don't know how important this is, but I'm just going to put it here. I don't know if you'll be asked this, but definitely this has turned up before in exams. So let's just have a look at it anyway. Write it down in your books. So what could be the disadvantages of break even? 1, the number of competitors might change. 2, the business may have promotional price offers which change the break even point. Costs may change over time. A price increase may not increase the revenue, which means that break-even forecast might not be accurate. So these are 4 points that you just have to learn off by heart. I don't know if you'll be asked that, but you never know. So I just put it there for you. Okay. So, right, this task here, I'd like you to read it and try it out. I know that a lot of you will find this super easy and, think, right, I'm not going to do it. But I think, do you know what? Just try it out because that formula there, I mean, I know it's simple because you're doing hard things in maths, but please do these 3 exercises in your books. Third one here might turn up. Something like this has come up quite a few times before. Slightly different question from 1 and 2. It's really not that difficult, but try it out. Okay, so stop the video and try this out. As usual, I'm going to assume that you've done this. So these are the answers. The only different one is number 3, as I said. So a bookshop has to sell 10,000 books to break even. It sells books at £10 and it basically the costs for each book are £5 each. Okay, what are the fixed costs? All we need to do is rearrange the formula that we know, which is fixed costs over selling price minus variable cost, and we get our break even in that way there. So all you need to do is basically rearrange it. Okay, so you do break even, which we have, which is 10,000 books, okay, times SP minus VC, okay, so minus the selling price times the selling price minus the variable costs, and you should be getting this answer here, okay? That's all you do. Now, this is another case study that I'd like you to try out, so please just interrupt and try out yourselves. Actually noticing now that there's quite a few bits of exercises that you have to do with the videos, so I might not give you the extra past paperwork, but I need you to show me that you've done all the notes for this, because this stuff here, this material here, is going to get more complicated, so you need to have all the notes neatly written down in your books. Okay, so please try out these 3 exercises here. I'm going to